out of nowhere, he just blurts out, "Oh, does your brother go on your OnlyFans with you?" And I'm like, I don't know. Do you have sex with your sister? Does that sound normal to get asked? Yeah, I straight up said, I was like, does it sound normal when I ask that back to you?
Turn your headphones. Check, 1, 2.
Boosted, gone wild. Is that
boosted chick?
Your husband subscribed.
I did just say that.
All right, guys. So we are back with Boosted, Gone Wild, and today I have Holly.Treats here. Everybody, say hi to Holly.Treats.
Hello, hello. I'm super glad to be here today.
You came from LA, correct?
I came all the way from LA, and this is my first time ever in Pennsylvania, and I love it. I'm going to eat everything.
How was the flight? Flight was good, right?
The flight was good.
Okay, good.
It was. I actually took a bus on the second leg.
I know. I keep forgetting that everybody has a stop, and then they're like, guys, they're like, Sam, why did you have me put on a bus? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I totally forget that they make you go on a bus for the second trip.
It was worth it, though.
Good.
It's already worth it.
All right. So how did the name Holly.Treats even come about?
So back in the day, I kind of just called myself Holly Valentine. And as I went on, I was like, I feel like I am more than just a Valentine. I am a treat. And then I just started saying it because I started doing a lot of pictures and like content with like candy and like even getting kind of like wild with some candy. And then all of a sudden I was like, I should just be Holly.Treats.
But what does wild with candy mean? You can't say I'm getting wild with candy and leave it there.
I mean, well, I do have a video that I'm not allowed to use on OnlyFans anymore where I fuck myself with a dick-shaped lollipop.
Oh.
And they stopped letting me use it, but I have it still.
There's so many weird rules now.
So many. It's like, dude, I just want to fuck popsicles. Just let me let a woman live. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Let a girl live.
So you're on Boosted Gone Wild, so you're a little wild.
Already a wild.
So what is like the main thing that sells for you? What is like the biggest fetish that like sells on your platform?
I have a lot of foot people.
Okay.
I have a lot of foot people. And for some reason, I have a lot of guys that like me being a dominatrix, even though I didn't really like see that for myself when I started. And then the most shocking thing lately that I've been realizing is that so many guys have a thing for getting pegged.
Dude, it's so weird. I'm finding out everyone likes getting pegged.
They like to get pegged, and they really want to get pegged by like the most feminine, least like destructive looking girl they can find. And I'm like, that's interesting. I would think that you'd want to get pegged by like some burly looking scary woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so is all guys gay? Like, what's going on? What do you think?
I think they have something up there that feels good.
Well, yeah, you're putting something up there.
No, but I think they have like a G-spot in their ass, and it's like a way bigger deal than science admits.
Well, I love anal, so that I feel like, do you?
I like anal with the right person. There have only been a couple of guys that have made my asshole come. And I've been trying to find more, but it's just to no avail. My search is still going for like the next great anal fuck I have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, so we kind of skipped through.
We got right to the good stuff.
I know, we got right to the good stuff. So that means you are on OnlyFans. How long have you been on OnlyFans?
Well, so what started my journey as Holly.Treats is I actually started on my free cams as a cam girl. And from there, I basically honestly let my fans teach me about this industry. And I wasn't really like involved in the community yet with influencers until I had like grown to like 450K on Instagram from just like camming.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of my people like really like to see me go live. They like that authenticity because it's really hard to like cam that much and not let your real self show.
Yeah, last night you were telling me that you cammed for like 4 hours in a row.
Oh, I've cammed for longer than that. But my average, like I really try to stay on at a minimum for 4 hours, but I've cammed for like 8 hours before.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So how long have you been camming, and then how long did it take for you to transfer to OnlyFans?
I want to say I started camming in late 2015 or early 2016. And then I started my OnlyFans in 2018 or 2017.
Okay.
And then before that, it was like premium Snapchat and my free cams. And I actually just started getting back onto my free cams because I was like, I kind of miss having that one-on-one connection with my fans.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, I want to do this all the time.
I feel like a lot of girls are going back to camming. Why do you think that?
Well, first of all, I will say having like 4 orgasms as a part of my daily workday is really, it makes you want to come back for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is it's just like, my whole theory is if they're willing to like sit there and interact with you for like that much time, it's like they have a stronger bond with you.
True.
You know, between the fan and the person and the creator. And I really like that, especially during this time when like I feel like our industry is getting really diluted.
Oh yeah.
You know, I want to just like, I'm like, you know what, forget kind of like the industry. I want to talk to the fans.
I feel like, so I talk about that a lot on the show, that this is such a diluted industry. Like you and me, we both started very young, not young, but in the game a lot longer.
Yeah.
Than the COVID people. I like to say the COVID creators that just came out the woodwork.
I want to do that too. They make it look easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not.
It's not.
But we were talking earlier, it's kind of affected our friendships because it's changed so much. Like, and I mean, you've grown so much. You're at almost 2 million followers. How is it different from when you first started to what it is today?
Okay, so I'm about to say probably one of the pettiest things I've ever heard myself say, but I just have to say this and hold it against me as much as you want. Straight up, when we all started, we were all just like friends, right? And it was like, oh my gosh, I was this outcast in my normal life. And now I found the group of outcasts that I'm supposed to be a part of. And we're all friends and we're all just helping each other. And it used to be like girls would be new in our industry and we'd just be like, we like you. Let's just boost you up. You know what I mean? Like, we want you to come with us. And now I literally have girls with less followers than me trying to charge me for promo. And I'm like, do you even know how to like do this? And then it's honestly like I feel like the agencies have literally taken away all of my friends.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like that's the most petty thing I feel like I've ever said. This is a business. Like we're all here to make money, but we were friends before the agencies showed up and we're not anymore.
Yeah. Because we used to all just be like, let's do share for share. Let's do collabs. Half of these girls don't even, first off, they've never run their OnlyFans themselves. They
don't even know how to, like I was talking to a girl about like how we were going to tee up our post. And she was like completely reliant on her man. She was like, talk to my assistant. I don't know like what you're talking about. And I'm just like, dude, like don't do this if you don't know how your platform works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard nowadays. I feel like that's why everyone's stagnant right now. It's everyone across the board. Everyone's struggling.
There's also a lot of people who just really shouldn't be doing this that are doing this passively for fun.
Yep.
And they'll eventually go away. Like, right. Like every platform gets oversaturated when it blows up a little bit. And then it's like your first year, it's super easy to make money. Yeah. I feel, in my opinion, I feel like you could literally be a nobody from nowhere and not know anything in your first year just because your content's inherently rare.
Yep.
And then the art of it really comes into year 2, year 3, year 4, and keeping it going. It's kind of like, hey, how are you going to grow? Show us how you're an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like these agencies, what the girls don't realize is that they're not focused on the long run. They're focused on the money today and tomorrow, not next month, not even next week. They're focused on you trying to go viral. You have to put all the work in. You try to get fans in, and they're straight lying to your fans, and they're fucking up the communication. Have you ever had that situation? Have you ever tried an agency?
I've tried agencies multiple times, and I honestly used to think that they had something that I didn't know how to do. Like, even though I have objectively years more of experience than the people who own these agencies have, it got in my head a little bit, right? I'm like, maybe you guys are this like magical thing that hit our industry and I'm gonna fall behind if I don't use you. And the only times I've ever tried to do it, within like 2 weeks, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
And the worst part of it is, I have a theory with the agencies where it's like Herbalife. I literally look at girls who are these like reps for agencies and claim to be content creators like they're just Herbalife hustlers. And I'm like, I bet your OnlyFans doesn't even make money. You could stop making content tomorrow and it doesn't matter because the only money you make is probably from referrals and you're a scam artist, not a creator.
Yeah.
That's like literally how I feel about the creators in the industry that are hustling these referral fees. And I'm just like, okay, so what's the point of ever making content with you? What are you going to do? Are you going to get a normal job after this? Because everyone you fucked over with referring to your agency is not going to want to talk to you after this. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, these agencies have really fucked up friendships, and I feel like they fucked up the whole industry in general because it's fucked up the friendships, it's fucked up the communication with your fans.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up, honestly, social media in general as well, because then you have girls that can't even work with other girls because they're not with that agency. They're not allowed to work with the so-and-so because it becomes all these politics. Like, it's so weird.
And that is also what attracted me so much to getting back on cam, because I was like, at the end of the day, content creators, like, yeah, I've grown followers. Like, I've always, like, you have an amazing page. Like, I've always, and I also feel like our followers like each other. That's a big thing. But part of the reason why I went back on cam is I'm like, I don't want other people in my industry deciding how many people see me. Like, I know the fans like me when they see me, and I don't really need anybody to facilitate that for me other than the platforms that host the camming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's been really sad. It's been really lonely lately.
Do you think that it's because you've grown a following that people treat you differently? Or do you think the followers changed or anything like that?
I definitely think the platform has changed because I'm a big believer in organic growth, and I just see my page fluctuating when Instagram's having a bad day.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
It's
the algorithm
crazy.
changes every day.
And I'm kind of like, I'm just going to make content that I like, you know, and hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys see it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hopefully
mean?
you see it.
Hopefully you see it.
With social media, have you ever had anybody like crazy famous slide into your DMs? Do you have any crazy stories for us?
Yes, I do. Oh, God. Who is it? I think honestly, like I'm a huge Snoop Dogg fan.
He's in everyone's
He's in
DMs.
everyone. He's actually like, he's really hasn't like slid that hard. You know what I mean? It was more just like a polite slide.
Yeah.
But that was definitely my most proud moment because I would definitely do it for Snoop.
Snoop slid in my DMs as well. I screenshotted it
Does
and
he
sent
like
it to
blondes?
my parents.
I think he like blondes.
I think so.
Yeah, it's okay. The blondes love Snoop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost every blonde friend has Snoop Dogg in their DMs.
Yeah.
But is it even Snoop?
I feel like it might be Snoop's representative.
Yeah. Snoop's a little too old for this shit.
Is he though?
Maybe
Is
not.
he?
True.
What, like, does it stay up? That's what I want to know. If it stays up, he's not too old for this.
Give him a treat. Let's find out.
Hey, Snoop Dogg, I got your treats.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of people sliding in the DMs, you know, the main problem I'm having right now is these crypto motherfuckers sliding in the DMs. All my DMs, you click on their name, they're verified, and then it says crypto, like fan or crypto, whatever. It's like, and then they're like, oh, I have something for you. Hey, what's up? It's been a while. I'm like, and then they trick me into opening the DM because it says it's been a while. So I'm like, oh, do I know this guy?
Do I know you? Yeah.
Nope, just try to scam me.
I have had that happen with models trying to sell me agencies.
And that.
Where they're like, hey girl, shout out for shout out. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, send me your stats and I'll send you mine. Okay, great. And if you need an agency,
It's crazy.
it's like, yo, get away from me.
Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? I feel like, is anybody even actually really sliding in DMs anymore? Does it work?
I text people when I
Yeah?
want them to know, or I like make sure I say something that gets back to them if I want them to know I'm hollering.
Okay, so what do you say?
Usually I'll be like, hey, I have a crush on this person. Tell them. I don't know. Like,
Do you slide in the DMs?
no, I don't do DMs. I do it through people.
Okay.
Because it's too weird.
Yeah.
DMs get too weird. Like, something that has changed a lot for me, I started being Holly when I was in a relationship, when I was in like a long-term relationship. And now that I'm single, I'm definitely realizing that it's changed my dating life in a way that I didn't realize would happen.
Okay, what do you mean?
It's a thing that comes up. Guys think they want to date OnlyFans girls, or they say they do, and then you go on a date and it's like, okay, you just kind of have an obsession with OnlyFans. I think that the fact that it's me has like almost nothing to do with why we're on a date. I think that you just really want to go on a date with an OnlyFans girl, and I just so happen to say yes.
Yep. I feel like all of their questions are about sex. What do you show on OnlyFans? What do you do? And it's like, bro, that's not what we're here for. It's just a job. I'm not asking you what the fuck you do on your construction site. I don't give a shit. Like,
honestly, there have been some guys too where the way that they brought up that question actually canceled their attractiveness. So I went on this date. So now that I'm single, I finally had my one night stand since being single.
Okay.
I really wanted to have it, and I really wanted to have it with a guy that was so hot that it was like an undeniable conquest.
Okay.
You know? He was a little honestly too hot for my liking. Like he was a little too pretty. It was kind of like, are you the hot one or am I?
I didn't know that was a thing. Too hot.
Yeah, he was just too good looking. And so he wasn't like masculine enough for me. You know, he was just very like modelly pretty. And he was like, on the one hand, trying to be on a date with me and trying to ask me, oh, so what's your family life like? Like asking me all like the normal people questions. And then he was drinking and clearly had some like weird sex addiction stuff. And he was like asking me about my family. Like, yeah, like I have mom, dad, and brother, like kind of usual life. And out of nowhere, he just blurts out, oh, does your brother go on your OnlyFans with you? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you have sex with your sister? Does that sound normal to get asked? Yeah, I straight up said, I was like, does it sound normal when I ask that back to you?
Wow.
Like,
so that day ended?
Well, no, I still want to, I was like, I'm definitely having like a conquest and then never talking to you again after this. But it was just like, he said that and I was like, yeah, I'm not calling you tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was real weird. And I was like, guys, just because you see content of people, like I would never go up to an actor who played a bully in a movie and then go up to them when they're just out as a civilian and be like, you're the meanest person. You're the worst bully I've ever met. It's like, no, that's a role that they play. You can't just walk up to random ass people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, oh, does your brother go on your, it's like, no.
That's so
illegal,
wild.
Bro. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Well, that's a huge red flag.
Huge red flag.
But what is the biggest red flag in a man?
I would say the biggest red flag other than showing clear signs of like sexual dysfunction like that is probably when they're really obsessed with themselves.
Yeah.
And they start talking about their aspirations of being famous.
I hate that shit.
I hate that. And it's kind of like, okay, so I'm here,
right?
Where do I play into this? you know? And so those are my two that I've been dating recently, where it's like, if you clearly have some unhinged sexual drama and that's why you're targeting me, because that's how I view it, right? It's kind of like if you're a guy with like unhinged sex problems and you're trying to like date OnlyFans girls, that's a part of your disease.
Yeah.
You know?
Very true.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like guys who are crazy in bed. I'm a sexual deviant, obviously. Myself, it's just like, get your life together and we can be sexual deviants together.
So you seem very like dominant in bed. Is that true? Or are you more submissive?
So that's what's always been a weird thing with me. I'm a switch.
Okay.
So I actually like a power struggle in bed.
Interesting.
But I like submitting at the end.
Wow.
Like I like a man who I can wrestle with and who will put up a good fight, but that I'll ultimately submit to because he's my alpha.
I like that.
Thank you. But if you're a dude who's a beta, then you're my bitch, and that's just how it's going to go down.
What do you prefer?
I prefer alpha men.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to be put in my place.
I need it.
I'm too much of a bitch all day. I deal with drama all day. Like
I feel like I'll grow a penis if I'm too dominant. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's just not like I feel all the estrogen dying and all the testosterone going.
Yeah. Speaking of testosterone, dude, okay, so this might be like a little bit of a conspiracy theory. And I think we were talking before, we're kind of both a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy theorists. So women, we've been on birth control for a very long time.
Right.
And the long-term effects have not really been trialed or anything like that. Dude, so what's going on with this drinking water? I feel like we're all peeing in the toilets, obviously, with the birth control going through our bodies. All of these hormones are going into the drinking water. Do you think that's why everyone's bitches nowadays? Like, what's going on?
I think that now, if someone told me that, I would be like, yeah, for sure. I believe that. Like if science came out one day and was like, this is going on, I'd be like, I believe that. But for the interim, what I think it is that honestly, men have been so pushed down by society. You know, like I have a super like normal relationship with my dad and my brother. So I don't really like hate guys. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of like compassion for men.
Yeah.
And I feel like society's made it so hard to be a man. And they've shamed men so much about their like desires and their dreams and their urges that now I think that has feminized men.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it in that like way.
I feel like guys are so scared of getting Me Too'd.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That it's like that has cast such pressure over men to be like, oh, I'm just a normal guy and I'll never tell anybody that I like to have sex.
Yeah.
Like normal shit. You know what I mean? It's normal to have sex. It's normal to like sex. It's normal to have like fantasies and want to do them. But I think that society has made men feel like they're going to get sued for being sexual in their minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's overall. And then also society's made it so hard to earn money that it's like, what's the motivation? You know what I mean? It's like, you're making it hard to earn money. Now I'm not allowed to have sex. Like, what do you guys want from me?
No, it is true.
Yeah.
Porn and sex have been in the world forever.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's like, we need to ban it. It's like, no, bitch, just because your husband cheated on you, just shut the fuck up. That was your own problem. It doesn't mean it's the society's problem. Sex is
By the way, I know like some of the most beautiful women, hottest women that are desired by like hundreds of thousands of gajillions of guys, they get cheated on, right? Yeah. I don't think it's the woman. I think it's like, hey, you're in a place in your life where this makes you feel better.
Dude, Megan Fox was just cheated on.
If Megan Fox can get cheated on, anyone can get cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyone
Megan
can
Fox.
get cheated. Is that even how you say get cheated?
Yeah, I don't even know. I've never cheated. Have you cheated?
Oh yeah, I've been both. I've cheated and been the cheatee.
Ooh.
And been the other woman.
Jesus, all right, bitch. Well,
Yeah.
why'd you cheat? Why'd you cheat?
I cheated because I hated my ex, straight up.
So why didn't you just fucking break up with him?
Because it was hard. And that's why I relate to some of these guys. I was talking to this guy on MFC the other day, and he was complaining about his marriage. And he was talking about, he's like, you know, it's really hard when you're in these long-term relationships and you combine your finances, you have assets together, it's really hard to leave. And I wasn't even married in my relationship. We were just like enmeshed. And I was like, you know what? I feel for you. You don't want to be there, but you don't want to give your wife half of your money to divorce. I get it. That's why I'm here.
Very true.
You know?
They make that so hard. Divorce is like so scary. My parents had a divorce. At least it wasn't like nobody owned like something crazy, so it was pretty clean cut. But
Yeah.
It's so wild nowadays how much money people get from divorces. Like
It's really, I think that's another thing too. I think everyone's super scared of falling in love right now.
yeah.
I'm really scared of falling in love, and I'm a hopeless romantic, so I fall in love with literally every person I kind of like. So it's obviously a weird predicament for me to be in, but it's like, it's a scary world out there. I'm not going to stop dating. I'm not going to stop believing in love, but get your shit together, dudes.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to have dicks. We don't.
No.
We don't want to wear the pants. We want you to, and we just want everything to be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times right now is that guys are just so confused with society because women are taking over. We're making way more money and they're used to girls just staying at home. My ex, the main reason why it didn't work out was because he wanted me to stay at home all day and not work. Like that's how society back then was. We were grown up on.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just go get pregnant and go get married and sit at home all day. But the roles are reversing now. The girls are making way more money. We own a lot more things. OnlyFans owner is a fucking woman, dude.
Really? That's amazing.
So it's like, dude, we're taking over. So I feel like that's also the main problem too. These guys feel more feminine because they can't take care of us anymore, you know?
I definitely feel the resentment from dudes.
Yeah.
I feel the resentment from guys, and I think it also like comes down to people just not following their dreams and getting mad at people for following their dreams, because every guy that I have had that experience with where they're like threatened by my OnlyFans or it like unhinges the relationship that I'm making moves on my own, it's like their own insecurity, right?
Yeah.
But who knows what's going to happen? There's also a part of me that's like, are we just going to end up like, is marriage going to be something that you do when you're like 40 and it's less about having kids and settling down and more about kind of like, hey, we're in the twilight of our lives together now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Sometimes I feel like we're backwards. Like they try to get us to work when we're young. So then we have all this money when we're older, but like, I don't want to be on a yacht when I'm 80 years old.
I want to be on it when I'm young and hot. Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, you know?
I want my boobs to be up here when I'm on the yacht, not down to my knees.
Yeah. And what am I going to do when I'm retired? Like, no, I feel like it should be work differently. I don't know. I see a lot of older people still working and they're thriving. What else do they have to do? I'd rather work when I'm older and live life now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been watching this series on Netflix about this woman that goes in and builds sex rooms, and she's like this fabulous little old lady, and I think I'm going to be her when I grow up.
She's wild. I watched that too.
I want to be her when I grow up.
She's insane. What is that show called? I forget.
How to Build a Sex Room with Melanie Rose.
Dude, that shit's insane, dude.
I know.
But it's sad that we all have to like keep it like sacred and safe. Like, why do you have to have a whole little room hidden from everybody? Like,
a lot of them had kids on that show, and so they wanted to have this like secret place that the kids couldn't see.
Okay, that
I
makes
get
sense.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I also live my life in a completely different manner and opt not to have children, so I can just have a sex house and not a sex room. But
true,
that's how I do things.
I don't know if this is a touchy question, but do you want kids one day or not at all?
So I've actually completely changed my perspective on that. I used to say I didn't want kids. And since I broke up with my ex, who I hated, I realized I do want to have kids. I just don't want to have them with an idiot. And I want my kids to like fulfill a higher purpose. Like I believe that if I have kids with the right person, even if our relationship doesn't work out, at least we'll have superhero kids, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of my perspective on it. I want to choose the right mate to have kids, and it might not necessarily, like, I don't know how that translates to are they the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, but I want, if I have kids, they're going to be awesome, and the person I have them with is going to be an awesome father. So, and I'm willing to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's harder to trust people. Have you ever shared your location with like a significant other and like something shady happened?
On my end or their end?
Like both. Like with the iPhone, you could share your location so you could see exactly where they are all the time.
I feel like you're asking me if I've ever been caught cheating, and I have a way better story than the location on iPhone.
Oh God, what? What happened?
Okay, so you know how people get caught cheating by like not being in the right place on their location and stuff like that, or like just stuff gets stored in iCloud and stuff like that. So I got caught cheating on literally every app in my phone because at this point, my ex was like on to me, the one that I hated and didn't want to be with. And so he was like on to me. He burned, I was having an affair. He found the affair in my text messages, so couldn't text him in text messages anymore. Then still wanted to talk to him, was talking to him on Snapchat, had to get rid of Snapchat, then WhatsApp, then Telegram, then Signal. Literally, like, I went through the list, right? Like, I literally went to the app store and typed in how to message people and downloaded every app. And then finally, I ran out of all of them. I just got caught cheating so many times. Like, imagine that, right? Like, every 5 seconds, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And
isn't it draining?
So draining. I should have just left before that all went down, but I didn't do that. So anyway, the final one that I got. So have you ever heard of the Lovin's toy? It's that Wi-Fi vibrator that you can put in somewhere.
Yes.
So they have an app, and in the app you can message people. And this was like my last resort to talk to the guy that I was having the affair with, was on the Lovin's message system. And then in the middle of the night, one night, my ex saw the notification pull up and he's like, "You're on the Lovin's app." And then I had to get rid of the vibrator because the toy itself brought up a touchy subject. And so it wasn't the location, it was all the apps.
Bitch, you gotta be smarter. What are you doing?
Or just not be with someone that you like hate that much.
Or yeah.
It was a long time ago. It was a different part of my life.
Oh my God. Well, those locations are pretty fucking scary because with my little run-in with these locations, it's like you press it and you're like, okay, so where is this motherfucker, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden it will be like, it's at a random house, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? They at a random house, and it like you reload it and it goes back and it's like, oh, they're at McDonald's. It's like, okay, bitch, like you fucking up. I was almost gonna kill somebody. Now
I think Siri is out to cause emotional harm.
Yes.
No, I've really thought this on my Instagram because so Instagram and all these apps, like a lot of people don't know, they know when you have crushes on people. They're reading your shit and looking at what you're saying in your other apps while
True.
They know exactly what's going on in your life, and they know that, say I like Marty and I'm looking at Marty's story every day. If they want to make me engage harder or they want to throw me off my game, they'll make me think that Marty's not looking at mine.
That's so weird, right?
I know. And so then what they do, and I've actually started cross-referencing, and I've realized it's just the algorithm. Like Marty is looking at my story. Instagram's just making me feel like he's not. And I have a feeling that all of them are like that, where they're like, maybe they'll spend more screen time if we make her think he's cheating.
Oh my God.
Or if we make her think that he doesn't care. Like literally, that's how it works.
Dude, social media is fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if I've had fights with people, but like thinking that, like, honestly, like I would love to see when it all comes out one day, or they're like, yeah, we were making you have fights with your friends. We were making you think your boyfriend was cheating and you were blah, blah, blah. Also, you would use our stuff.
One day there's going to be a huge documentary on all of this, on the OnlyFans life, on social media, and all the secrets are going to come out.
All the secrets.
Yeah. Everyone thinks we live in such a lavish, wild lifestyle. They don't realize that it's basically all fake.
No, it is. And like, we even have something that I've always really appreciated about you, though, is that you're not.
Yeah.
I'm like, I actually really like it when I suck up and stumble on their words on camera, or make long run-on sentences when they're talking, because it's just like, okay, this is like a real thought that's coming from your brain.
Yeah.
I hate it when I listen to podcasts and it sounds like, okay, I am reading this script. Like, this is like the perfect, soundbite that I planned for weeks. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of these podcasts, I don't know if you were on a podcast before.
I was.
But a lot of them are scripted, and I was on one. He never launched it. And he was like, okay, so what are we making up today? It's like, what kind of story are we making up? I'm like, bro, I don't lie about who I am and what I do just to go viral. What the fuck are you talking about? So a lot of these podcasts, a lot of people watch these and they're going viral. They're all fucking fake stories.
They're all fake stories. I heard this one girl who, in my opinion, doesn't make that great of content anyway, but was complaining about a guest that she had on her podcast and complaining that she didn't name drop. And I'm kind of like, for fake story, you want someone to name drop?
Yeah.
That's like career suicide. Why would you encourage someone to do that?
Yeah.
And it's just going to be really interesting to see. I was on a podcast. That's another weird thing. I don't know if you've had this experience. You have people who straight up are like nobodies from nowhere, make a podcast, and then get this complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, I was on a podcast, and I don't really give a shit. I will name drop. That bitch stupid ass deals. I don't know. So I was on her.
I love you.
I was on her stupid ass podcast 2 years ago, and it was I never knew the girl. Her agency reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we would love for you to be on the podcast." Blah 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 blah. I set it up. I didn't even know who she was, but I was down for it. It was the first podcast I ever was on.
Right.
And I thought it went well. We had a few things we went back and forth on, and then 6 months go by and it was never released. So I reached out to her agency. I was like, yo, why hasn't this been released? And he was like, oh, I guess that you said that you voted for Trump. So she said that you're homophobic and you're racist. So I was like, oh, okay. So now she won't put me on the podcast because I said I voted for Trump and that I supported the police. And she says that wasn't for her. But the point for a podcast is to interview somebody and get to know them. You don't have to be on the same level, on the same page. I gave up, but I just don't like when people are saying bad things upon my name just because you don't like my views, Especially
about the politics and stuff like that. I feel like the internet is a huge place. There's a lot of people who think a lot of things. And trying to cancel your cohorts for not having your political beliefs is just honestly really immature, but she's also super immature, and I don't expect to see her long term. So it's like, yeah.
She's here for...
Right now. Yeah.
Anyways, I do want to ask you some questions because this is Boosie Gone Wild, and I know you're a little wild, so I wanted to ask you some wild sides of Holly. So, too small or too big? What do you prefer?
I used to say too big, and then I just did a one-on-one video call with an Asian man with a 10-inch penis. I know.
What?
I know. It was Asian, Chinese, 10 inches, and 2 inches thick. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I was like, I really don't think I could fuck you. As curious as I am and as hot as this is, I don't think. So I think I don't want a micro penis, but I'm cool with you being a little bit on the smaller side.
Right?
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Too big is
too
you're
big.
hurting me.
Too big, yeah.
Okay. Shower sex or bed sex?
Bed sex.
Me too.
I am so distracted by all the water in the shower that it like prevents me from coming.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it dries me up. Like you're cleaning it up. No.
Well, and I'm also like, oh, there's a droplet on my face. And that's all I can think about. Yeah, your dick feels really good in my vagina, but all I can think about is this water fucking on my face.
I think that they love shower sex, but they don't
do.
realize we do not like it.
No, and you have to have the right shower for shower sex.
100%.
It's like, it really has a lot to do with the shower. And if you're just in a little stand-up thing, it's not the right shower
It's
for
not
shower.
it.
No.
And the height situation, there's a lot of math that comes into play with shower sex.
Yeah, no, it's true. There's a lot of physics.
Yeah. All right. Too long or too quick?
Too quick because it boosts my confidence.
Ooh.
Like
Okay.
when a guy comes in less than a minute, I'm like, I won the video game.
Yeah.
Like-
Too long, I'm like, okay, like, is it, like, come on, you're hurting me now.
Like I have to put some chapstick on my vagina if we're going to continue.
Right? I don't think guys get that. They like try to last super long and then
We don't want you to like nothing feels better than being a woman being like, my vagina was so great to him that he couldn't control himself.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that guys like it when they make us squirt. It's like, oh my God, I made her lose control. That's what guys coming early feels like to us. Now, if you premature ejaculate every single time we have sex, that's a little annoying.
yeah.
But I don't want a guy to like regularly last 2 hours.
No.
No.
I don't need that much cardio.
I really don't. I don't think I need the mileage either.
Oh,
I
God.
truly believe. I know doctors say that there's no such thing as mileage. I believe as a woman, as like the proud owner of a vagina, that there is mileage.
Do you feel a difference? Do you see a difference?
I mean, so it'll be like, I keep thinking about this because one of my next big career moves is I want to do my first pro scene with like porn stars.
Okay.
And so this is something that I've actually been thinking about.
Nice.
Is mileage real or not? And I would say that mileage is not real if you let your tissue recover. But if you're like, okay, day 1, I'm having sex for 2 hours. Day 2, I'm having sex for 4 hours. Day 3, I'm squirting and then having sex inside also for 4 hours. And like, I just feel like if you don't give your body time to recover, it will injure your tissue.
True.
Yeah.
I think so too then.
Because I think muscles work that, like all of your body works that way. Why wouldn't your vagina work that way?
Wow. Mileage is true.
Yeah. I don't know. But I really, if anyone ever wants to do a study, I'll volunteer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody listen to that.
If anyone wants to do some like kinky sex research, I am here for it.
Nice. Well, on that, would you ever fuck a fan?
Oh my gosh. So I totally have.
Oh God.
I didn't
okay.
film it though. I did it for me.
So what? How did that go? How did you pick him? What the fuck?
So we were having one-on-one interactions and he had a really hot voice. I hadn't even seen what he looked like.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm crazy. So, and then I was like, we started like our calls got less sexual and more just kind of like talky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And more like getting to know each other. And it's like, you're kind of cool. I'd give you a chance.
Okay.
And so I gave him a chance. It went really well. He's a little bit younger than me actually. And I'm not a cougar.
Okay.
I'm a trophy wife and I want my man to be slightly older than me. And it just like wasn't the vibe. But he himself was cute and it was cool. It just wasn't my jam.
Would you ever fuck a fan again?
Yeah, if it was as cool as the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not on the like, oh, I've got to find my OnlyFans. I got to go through my fans to like make my next girl boy video, right? I'm not doing that. But it's more like, yeah, I'd give a fan a chance if he like really blew me out of the way.
Yeah. Well, I just see
Or
a lot
blew
of
me
these
out.
girls do these like competitions and these like contests. Like, I'm fucking a fan, like get a ticket and I'm gonna, like that's so
I can't do
weird.
that. I met a woman one time who was on a podcast who was talking about how she does scavenger hunts and she lets whatever fan finds her fuck her. And she's like, who cares if they're ugly? What do I care? And I'm like, I do care.
Yeah, what?
I do care. I want to be attracted to you. Now, granted, I've hooked up with guys that some people might think are ugly, but to me, they're hot or their personalities were hot. But you got to do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just going to like let whoever find me and fuck me. It's like, no, I'll pick you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. Giving the fans like too much.
And I'm like,
Control.
dude, what happens if like 5 of them find you in one day? Are you going to fuck 5 people? Yeah.
So weird.
And it's like, I mean, in my slut days, I've done some shit, right? But it's like nothing like that.
That's so weird to me. That's like another level. I feel like the fuck a fan thing is almost like prostitute-y, honestly.
It is. I feel like a lot of things people do with this industry is kind of like borderline. And the thing that always scares me about stuff like that is like the platforms don't want you doing that. No, like I've always been under the impression that you'll get in trouble for doing that. And I've been like, I remember when I was doing premium Snapchat, and if you remember, you still have premium Snapchat. Yeah, I'm trying to make another one. But in the past, I had a billing company, and they were like, we'll cancel you if we find out you're doing meetups.
See? Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I guess like this is a thing. Like I get it. You want us online, not in real life. And so that's kind of always been, and granted, if you find someone that you have a crush on and you just go out and hook up with them, I don't feel like that's prostitution, you know what I mean? But doing it as a raffle is like, yeah, that's like gamified prostitution. Good on you. I love it. But
do whatever you want.
Good on you. Yeah.
Wow. What is your biggest turn on sexually?
I love it when a guy knows how to hold me the right way. Like when he grabs my hips and pulls me onto his dick to fuck him.
Okay. Ooh.
I love that. I love it when a man shows like masculine force or like dominates me in some way or just calls me. Okay. Panties will drop if you call me good girl.
Okay.
If you say good girl. Yeah, okay. I'm a good girl. So, but I won't just submit to any man.
Okay.
Like if you're just like some burly looking guy with like beard, tats, and like gym body, that's not necessarily, if there's no like mental component to that, then it doesn't turn me on at all.
No.
Yeah.
Me too. It's all in the mental for me.
All in the mental. Like you have to have daddy vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Good girl. Oh, don't get me wet. I didn't bring that many outfits.
Well, on that, I was going to ask you, who's your biggest girl crush?
Okay, other than you.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Huge girl crush. I've seen you naked.
Ooh.
Don't even. I've subscribed.
Oh my God.
Who is my biggest girl crush? I would, if someone said Megan Fox called and she wants to fuck you with or without filming for OnlyFans, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Just for fun. I would go down on her as long as she told me to.
She looks like a freak.
Yeah, I also will say I have a huge crush on Sophie D, and she's the only woman I've ever let spit in my mouth during sex.
Oh.
Like open wide. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I didn't know you did like girl on girl content like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm missing out. I gotta
Oh my God, I have not fucked you with a strap on yet.
Nobody's fucking me with no strap on.
You don't want that? Okay, what about scissoring?
I've never done that. Mm-mm.
Never?
No, I just cannot with the girls. Like I'll make out with girls and like I love titties and shit like that, but I don't know. I just find honestly a lot of girls are dirty. Like I feel like
you gotta clean yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little tricks too that a lot of people don't realize we're doing behind the scenes. Like for example, if you're doing sex work and you're using your vagina and you're putting lube or other people's salivas or other people's bacterias, like cleaning it out is super important. And I'm not talking about douching. I'm talking about putting like boric acid. It's like a suppository that you put inside that a lot of porn stars use, and it basically is like the same acidic level as your vagina is supposed to be, and so it will flush you out. And it really it doesn't feel like anything. It just feels like you're super moisturized down there, and you put it in before you go to sleep, having a good diet, not eating too much sugar, literally not just like having sex with random dudes and letting random bacteria inside of you all the time.
Yeah.
I also know like for girls who come in town and to do content, their first day, their biochemistry will smell completely differently than their last day.
True.
Because of all the people that they've exchanged with. So it's like, even if you don't catch any, even if it's like not like an illness situation, you still have to like preserve your own bacteria in your body.
Wow.
So I think, honestly, Sophie had a great vagina. I feel like you would love her vagina.
I don't think I would like any vagina. Think I'm gonna just stick with dick.
I love dick. It's really hard, and like vagina is never gonna compete with dick for me.
No, never. No.
I will do stupid shit for dick, and I will not do stupid shit for vagina.
No. Did you ever have like a girlfriend? Have you ever like? No.
I don't really like fall in love with women.
Okay.
Women are like my friends that I have sex with sometimes.
Okay. Just for content though.
I've hooked up with girls not for content.
Okay.
Yeah, I've hooked up with girls like just for fun. I've had a lot of threesomes. One of the craziest things that I did when I was in my like rebound relationship is we went to a swingers resort. And
I've heard of these.
Yeah, they're real. And I don't know if most people fully participate when they go, but I went planning to fully participate.
Nice.
And so my first night there, I had sex with like 5 girls and their husbands. Like in this one scenario, it was like almost like I was on a bed and there was this guy who was like clearly in charge of the resort, right? He was like the #1 visitor, him and his wife.
Okay.
They like knew everything. I was like, do you guys work here? No. Okay.
Wow.
And he was going around literally like fingering girls and making them all squirt like this like magic man, right? And I was like, okay, I like squirting. Like, let's see. And so him and his wife and like all these people were like all over me on this bed. And I was like, this is probably the coolest like sexual story I have. Like I realized that when it was happening and he made me squirt like crazy.
Where was this?
It was in Cancun.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's going on in the States.
No, it's definitely not. No. I've heard there is a nudist resort and stuff in Palm Springs. Like I know that they exist, but I don't know, are they just naked? Are you guys having sex? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it has to be secretive.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
I feel like we should go undercover.
I don't want to see this, but
I want to see it. I just don't want to like participate. I'll go in as like I'll do everything for you. Don't worry. Just hold the camera.
I'll be the camera person for sure, but
Camera person / bodyguard.
yeah.
That is the thing at those events though, is like I like having crazy experiences, but I'm not a swinger. And so I get very burnt out of it. It's like, I'll like want one night of it and they'll be like, okay, I'm done. I never want to do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. But I'm
Not
glad I
with
did
that,
it.
but
yeah.
So we are kind of at the end of this. I wanted
Already?
to I know. I wanted to see if you had anything you wanted to ask me.
Yeah, I do.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
So where would you live other than Philadelphia, or do you see yourself being Philly forever?
Well, see, a lot of people from PA, they all say Philly. So I'm an hour, like and a half from Philly, because the real Philly people will be like, she's not from Philly. But
okay. Well, I'm not a real Philly person.
yeah. So I love Pennsylvania. So that's why I got my house here. I feel like I'm gonna be stuck here because a lot of influencers, they don't have real friends in real life. No. They just have the influencer friends, you know? They lost all their real friends. Either it was their fault or people just don't approve of our lifestyle. So then the real friends kind of go away, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's also why, because I do have real friends here and real family, and the LA life and the Miami life, the Vegas life is not for me. It's so many fake people. I'm not a fake person. I can't do it. I can only go there for a little bit amount of time and then I'm fucking out, you know?
Girl, I live in LA and I want to get the fuck out for the same reason. The people are the lowest quality. And then even people when they're visiting and just spend a lot of time there, it's like they almost like are low quality when they're in LA.
Yeah.
It's like LA is the place that they get to vacation and be an asshole.
True. Because they're in and out. They don't care.
Yeah. I've been actually really appreciating my friends outside of this industry a lot. And I've been really I have been networking a lot outside of our industry. And it's really been validating for me just because of how mean and petty, like you said with that one girl in her podcast. Like it's been really validating to hang out with people who have actually succeeded in life and who are like, wow, you're super talented. This is how I'd make it better. It's like, this girl doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So honestly, I totally relate to what you're saying. I definitely see myself potentially moving or at least commuting to work to New York or something for a lot for the same reason, just to kind of like be away from that weird fake. And the craziest part is they're not even accomplishing anything. It's like, what are you even doing? Complaining.
Yeah. A lot of people just do it for clout and just to look like they're somebody.
To feel better about some unresolved childhood trauma in high school that they can't get rid of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm glad I'm here. You can move to Pennsylvania all day, every day. You said you loved it.
I love it. I'm going to come here all the time. You're never going to get rid of me.
Oh, shit. So everybody, I want you to go follow Holly.Treats. Is your OnlyFans Holly.Treats as well?
My OnlyFans and Instagram is Holly.Treats.
All right, guys. So follow her. We're going to have some spicy content at the end of this. Don't you worry. We are going to New York tomorrow.
And we're going to do a lot of this kind of thing.
She told me I better take my socks.
Yeah, I got new toes for you.
For our feet fans, you'll have to swipe up for the rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna suck on her toes, but you have to like go somewhere else.
That's the only girl on girl action. But thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Boutique Gone Wild. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.